How would you like to step outside for a little stargazing from your own personal observatory every night? That is just one contender for WSJ House of the Week, and here to break them all down and unveil the winner is Stefanos Chen. Thank you so much for being here.
Sure.
So it sounds like we have some really good contenders this week.
Yeah, this was an interesting week.
And I mean, the first one, I was really impressed with just the sheer size of this and the art galleries. Tell me about what we've got on tap there.
Right, this is a home actually that was originally owned by a vice president of Sears Roebuck and Company out in Chicago in Hyde Park. It's the same neighborhood that President Obama has a property out in. It's a really Tony area.
So if you want to be neighbors.
Exactly, yeah, right. So that's a great place to celebrities watch. And it was built out back in 1914. And what's really interesting about this space is it's in the kind of the Beaux-Arts style. It's got these really tall grand ceilings, great original features like these Portland cement flooring that looks like tile. You have lots of wall space because the owners have a very interesting large collection of art that they use, and just really well-apportioned rooms.
And what's the price tag on that?
That is $4.9 million.
And now I've always wanted to own a bed and breakfast, but it sounds like this next contender was a bed and breakfast but has since been retrofitted.
Yeah, been there, done that for these guys. They managed the bed and breakfast. There were two restaurants on there. There was a bistro for brick oven pizza. There was fine dining and the 10-room bed and breakfast itself. But after they both retired, they figured, you know what, we love the water views out here. You can see Kennebunk River out there.
And this is in Maine?
In Maine, yes. And the owner said, you know what, why don't we just convert it back to a home as it was originally intended back in the early 1900s. So they reverted it to its kind of original form. They made some additions, took away some space as well. Home's about 10,450 square feet today. You know, as you walk through it, it's kind of, each room tells a story. They tell me that they've had people kind of drive around the block looking for where they got married, and they can't quite find it anymore because the home looks different. So just a lot of interesting history, a lot of good vibes in that property.
Now, I wasn't sure about this next one because I saw in the notes that it predates indoor plumbing. I'm going to assume that that's been updated.
Right, yes, exactly. It's been thoroughly renovated with plumbing and all of that, but this home actually predates the incorporation of Pasadena in California. So I've spoken with a bunch of the different historical registers out there, and they all tell me that basically this is one of the oldest standing buildings out there. And in a sense, the owner tells me it kind of represents the history of California. It has very many Mexican and European influences, so it's kind of a pastiche of what's happened over the years in California. You have adobe clay walls, but at the same time, this sort of mid-Victorian style on the exterior. You have and this very large detached art space that they use. It's basically a large room where one of the owners paints. So they love that about the home. It's really large. Each room on the first floor has a door out to the exterior because back in the day you would need it to get to the outhouse. Now, obviously not a problem, but it's an interesting kind of vestige from that period.
And the price tag on that one?
That is $1.45 million.
And then our final contender we mentioned in the opening, the observatory, and that's in this property.
Yeah, this is a home outside of Prescott in Arizona, and the owner is an avid amateur astronomer, and he said, you know what, I want to build an interesting cottage with an interesting observatory. Turns out the cottage was a bit larger than they intended originally. It's now closer to 8,700 square feet with a guest house, but they're all about it. It's a contemporary home. There is a retractable roof detached observatory where the owner, I think we have a photo of some of the things you can see there. We have a photo of the Andromeda Galaxy that he took one night, just looking out there at the stars.
Very cool. Well, now, I mean, for me, it's a toss-up between the bed and the breakfast and the home with the observatory, but, you know, you've got the winner, you took the votes, and the winner is?
Readers loved the Chicago home, actually, the mansion out in Chicago. Yeah. People
can't
love that
blame
history.
them. It sounds excellent as well.
Right, definitely.
Great. Well, thank you so much for joining us.
Sure,
We have
thank you.
more on that at Mansion on Fridays.